Hey, what's up, T3? My name is Steven. I sent you a message through Facebook, and I just wanted to go ahead and make you a video anyway because I see a lot of opportunity in this industry around this area. Like I said, my name's Steven. I'm in Hope Mills, North Carolina, and I'm just going to go over two things um, that you can do, right? And I'm going to be going over your Google business profile and the importance of a website, which it looks like your website is currently under construction. So let's go ahead and go over Google Business Profile. When people are searching these services like junk removal, Fayetteville, NC, which last month got close to 500 searches, studies have shown that it depends on the industry, but an average of 70% of those people searching this term are going to be clicking on one of these businesses here. This is the map pack, and this has to do with your Google business profile. Now, most business owners are under the impression that to get ranked in here has to do with your reviews, and that was the case maybe one time a long time ago. But things have changed. The algorithm has changed, and in 2026, Google has a total of 5 factors of what they use. So here are your categories, and they're weighted. So the number one factor are behavior signals. That's 28%. That's real-time user engagement. So you're not really going to get that unless these four under here are solid. So in order to get those behavior signals, you need to get your Google business profile. First, you need to get one created, and it needs to be completed. You'd be surprised how many business owners do not complete their profile. It's anywhere between 80% and 90%. So just by completing it 100%, you're ahead of the game. Then there's optimizing it. So if you have it 100% optimized and complete, for a lot of businesses, that's enough by itself to get them in that top three. The next weighted category is review text and sentiment. So it's not so much the number. Google cares more about the consistency of your reviews and the text inside those reviews. And so what we do with our clients here is we actually coach them to talk to their customers and kind of guide them a little bit on what to say in these reviews, like put in the neighborhood or the city that they had their services were conducted in, right? Then you have on-page SEO and schema. This has to do with your website, right? Because it works in tandem with your website. Google wants to make sure that the services that you are saying you provide on your Google business profile match up with the services that are on your website. There's a lot of conflict with a lot of businesses there, and it doesn't create the trust that it should with Google. Lastly is what we call ecosystem authority. This has to do with what we call citations. Now, a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number. We call it the NAP, and on an online directory. These directory examples are like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. There's a bunch of them, right? But you want to be in the top 50 to 100 directories, right? And what's most important about this is you want to make sure that this name, address, and phone number is like exactly the same. And you would believe again how many businesses their name, address, or phone number is not consistent across these directories, and it causes distrust with Google again. So if you get all four of these straight, you will get in the top three and then start building this. All right. So that's the key to your Google business profile. The second thing I want to talk about is your website, which it looks like it's under construction. But like I said, you want the services on your website. You want a service page for all the services or the core services that you have on your Google business profile. We usually recommend about 30 services on your Google business profile, and then your 6 to 10 core services, and make sure they match up pretty much identical as far as headers go on your website. Okay. But let me go ahead back to the search page here. Now, underneath the map pack here is Google's organic search results list. So affordable junk removal is number one, Patriot is number two, but for a lot of these searches, Patriot is number one because they have the most search volume, and they're not even in the map pack. So they're getting all that search volume just from this. Number one spot here will usually get between 30 to 50% of all the clicks for people searching. I just want you to take a look at their website. This is Patriot Junk Removal, and they're like one of the number or one of the top um, uh, clicked pages for junk removal in Fayetteville. So we could easily get a better website than this, right? And set it up the right way. But again, the number one driver in getting you ranked up here are what we call backlinks. Now, a backlink is essentially another website when you have another website or websites on the internet, and on their website, on one of their pages, there's a link, and when that link is clicked on, it links back to your website or whatever website, right? This is an example of a backlink. And the more relevant that these websites are that are linking back to your site, the better. The more of those you have, the more Google's going to push you up in these rankings, okay? So that's why it's important. There is a lot. I've got a tool here that I use called SE Ranking, and it shows me the different keywords, who's ranking number one for them, how much search volume they're getting for just the month. So you can see junk removal, Fayetteville, NC, 500 search volume. So you definitely, to get into the game there, you want an online presence. So if you would like my help in implementing this, please reach out. My name is Steven. Like I said, I'm local. I live in Hope Mills. My number is 910-551-2006, or you can just DM me back on Facebook. Or you can just take this information and implement it yourself. That's fine as well. But either way, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.